Welcome back to the Racing Addicts Podcast.
This is like almost rehearsed.
Groundhog Day?
I want to cuss. I want to like get my money's worth, you know.
What the monster energy are you doing here?
It shrunk my most favorite organ. The pancreas.
When we say something dumb, we just gotta swear and you'll cut it out.
Wow, it does sound slow.
Oh, Mr. Andy Petrie!
So is 5 average?
I thought 6 was average.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally returned. It's only been like 3.5 months since we podcasted. At least it feels like it.
Yeah, just to introduce myself. My name's Kevin. Don't know if you've seen me here before, but it's been a minute.
This is the Racing Addicts Podcast. Apparently, we're doing like 4 episodes this year. That's kind of where we're at. I'm just kidding. This is episode 13 of season 5. So it not that anyone cares, but I'm going to share this anyway. The reason we have not been podcasting is a good reason. It's just not good for our listeners. I have been very busy. I just got back from Florida. Had a big event down there in Florida. Had a trailer broken into and everything. So it was a great experience.
And it wasn't by protesters. I mean, peaceful protesters.
Yeah, the peaceful left. Aren't they great? They're peaceful until you disagree with them.
Right?
Wow, we're like 5 seconds into the episode and people are already turning it off.
Love it.
This is fantastic. Or they're turning it up. I don't know. Some of our fans are a lot like us. But we are excited to be back. Florida was beautiful. Unfortunately, Pennsylvania is raining right now, and it's got 3 more days of rain coming.
But on a high note, we are supposed to have 80s this weekend and sun.
Wild. Hallelujah. Like the dirt, for those not in Pennsylvania, the dirt track racing world has been straight up screwed this year.
Yeah,
like
no doubt.
Even the days that aren't raining, it rains right before the feature.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think they've only got in, not even a dozen races this season.
Oh,
and
man.
they started the 3rd week of March, just for reference.
And it's June 16th, 17th, something like that.
Yeah.
16th, yeah.
16th.
So, yeah, that's a wild stat. I think Williams Grove at this point has canceled more than they've raced.
I believe it.
I'm 90%. I did some rough math in my head there. That was a little ADD math, but I feel like that is accurate, which is depressing.
BAPS hasn't got many in either. I mean, Port Royal canceled, partway through the night and didn't get features in.
Yeah, I saw. Gosh, I was so mad because I was all excited to watch the race. I had everything queued up on the TV. And the 410 race was pretty good, if I remember correctly, that night. And Sportsman's got
was
screwed.
Looking good. Let's put it that way. Although Team Edkin brought like half the field, so.
Well, there is that. There is that variable. Which we'll get to later in the show, but we got a little bit. I mean, nothing really to talk about. Just something to talk about, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always fun.
We got lots to talk about.
So Florida was great. It was beautiful. I don't know if anybody got to see this. I did get to sit in on an episode with the Here for Speed guys. They are friends of the podcast. We've done some wild collaborative episodes with them. That was before you started coming around.
I got the invite.
Gosh,
I sadly missed out.
It's we will do one before the year's over.
I was going to say, I've seen and listened to the podcast you guys have done together, and it has been pure gold.
Oh, and you should see what I cut out. I still got to send you the bloopers.
I mean, to be fair, the people should see what we cut out regularly anyhow.
Well, that's true. That's very accurate. Yeah, it's the stuff these guys leave in. But it was really, really fun, and I mean, we'll briefly hit the last 2 weeks before we kind of start.
That works.
Because Ryan Blaney did finally get a victory. Finally,
yes,
something did not go wrong, and he made it to victory lane at Nashville.
Yes, he did.
And
it was a good win at that.
Oh, it was great. I mean, he killed him.
Yes, he did.
And that's usually how a Blaney win is. Like, I feel like most of his wins are like kind of boring. Because like
I mean, is it ever really boring letting your driver win?
Oh, I mean, never. Like that brought the race up 3 points for me.
Definitely.
When it was like a Blaney win. Yeah, I think I rated it a 12 out of 10.
Nice.
When I was on the Here for Speed podcast, they're like, rated on a scale of 10. I said 12. 12 out of 10, baby.
That's great.
But no, I think we determined that the Here for Speed studio / basement where they watch the races, clearly there's some good juju going on there. So I feel like I may need to visit Orlando, Eric Claremont a little more, because it's the first time I've ever there, and Blaney whoops him and gets the victory. So,
I mean, just throwing this out there, I have lots of vacation time. If we decide we want to, try to start the season off with some good juju, go down for the Daytona 500, I would be 100% down.
And see if their basement carries, or just being in their presence maybe carries the same luck. I don't know how that works. So, Jake, I'm going to hit you up, buddy. We're going to have to figure something out because
I like it.
He wrecked at Michigan. So me being in the state of Florida was apparently not enough to bring the juju. So it must be something with like me being in the presence of them. I don't know what it is, but
hey, whatever works. I mean, just like I was trying to get the juju going here a couple weeks back,
Yeah, that's true. Hey, and Blaney did not suck at a road course this weekend, so I don't know.
True.
Something good's going on. So that was great. Always happy to see the 12 win. I mean, it should be his like third win of the season, but I'll take whatever we can get. Looking good, obviously. They're freaking Hassler's like the best crew chief in the garage, so they've got a great thing going there. And shout out, I was trying to stall to wait till David got here, if he gets here, because it's kind of his boys. But RFK, all in the top 10 last week in Michigan. Yeah,
that was a solid showing for RFK. Man.
I thought Priest was going to win that race. I really did.
I actually wanted him to.
I did too.
Really did.
I was hardcore a Priest fan. Yeah.
Dude, you know how salty David would have been if Priest won? Oh, my God. That would have been amazing.
And you know what's funny? Legitimately, Priest could be the first RFK car to win this year.
It's true. I think he is.
I think so, too. Yeah. And we dogged him.
I want Buescher to get that win so bad, especially how close he was last year. But I agree. I think Priest is the top dog in that camp right now.
I think so, and it kind of hurts because we're putting our foot in our mouth. Like, and I'm owning it. Like I thought Priest was going to be a dud. This was going to be the end of his career. I was wrong. And I'm happy to be wrong. Yeah. I'm glad he's doing well. I just didn't expect it.
So for me, it wasn't that I thought this was going to be the end of Priest's career, but he never did anything to really wow me or impress me.
Right. And it felt like he was at least in situations where he should do something. But there's something with the combination of him at RFK that is clearly working.
Well, that's just like Herbst. We thought Herbst was going to do something, and
we did.
He's still not doing nothing.
We did. I don't think any of us predicted him to do anything.
I thought last season, he was inching closer, and then I don't know what happened.
I think you're just being really generous. I have such low expectations for Riley Herbst. Like, that's fair. The fact that he made it till 3/4 through the race yesterday before he wrecked, I thought was great. Like, that to me was a good Riley Herbst race. Right? I was like, hey, well done, buddy. Well done. You made it to like lap 80. That was good.
One quick thing going back to Nashville. I honestly thought that concrete track was great. I thought it was good racing, personally.
And I was kind of shocked to hear you say that because I didn't hate the race, but I didn't love it. Like, if Blaney hadn't won the race, it would have been an race for me.
See, I thought there was a lot of good racing in Nashville. I mean, the track got pretty wide. They were definitely laying down rubber, and there was a lot of different strategies at work. I mean, there were a lot of times where they were 2 and 3 wide. I mean, passing for positions. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for is a good racing product.
The end of the runs were good.
Yes.
I wish, and Denny nailed this really good on his podcast. He said the left side tires did not wear the way they should have. Mm-hmm. Because multiple cars didn't even pit for lefts.
That's right.
They were taking rights only. And he said that was honestly the issue because like it wasn't until like the last 10 laps or 5 laps of a run that the left side would start to wear. Mm-hmm. And really, if you look back at that race, that was honestly some of the best racing. Like when it was
the end of a run.
Exactly.
And things were starting to give up. Yeah.
Like we're going 2 weeks back. So obviously this is all foggy memory at this point.
Right.
And I've had a lot happen since then. It's been a rough week and a half. A good but rough week and a half. And I think it was Blaney, Hamlin, and
I know Blaney took 2 tires at one point in order to kind of flip the stage and get back up in the track position.
Right. And there was a 3-way battle for the lead. I think it was Byron, Hamlin, and Blaney.
Yes.
That was fantastic. Like that was the best part of the race, I thought.
Yep. I agree.
Even better when Blaney beat them all. That was the best part. I'm like, win. What a dub. But yeah, like that, and that was at the end of a run.
I don't know. I'll admit, I like the concrete tracks, the Monster Mile, Martinsville, Nashville. I like the concrete tracks. I'll admit it.
I want asphalt Bristol, man. Give me asphalt Bristol. Take me back to the 80s or I guess it was mid 90s when they still had it.
Yeah. I mean, I still like Bristol. I hated the whole dirt on Bristol thing because it seemed like such a waste of money and effort. I mean, not to mention they couldn't keep the track moist or wet, It dried it moist.
50 people just got triggered.
I know,
Moist.
right? That was maybe a little on purpose.
That's good. I love it. Moist.
But no,
Cry about it.
I love Bristol. I want to go to Bristol in the worst kind of a way. But the whole dirt on Bristol thing, that was a flop in my opinion. I think they need to go to an actual dirt track.
100%. Have we talked about this? Have you been to Bristol?
I've never been to Bristol. That is on my bucket list.
Okay, so once NASCAR fixes this stupid Cup car,
Gen 8 when?
Yeah, exactly. We are for sure doing a Bristol weekend just because the Xfinity Series is amazing every time. Like, they don't have a bad race there. Even their bad races there are like amazing Cup races.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's on a totally different scale.
Oh, yeah.
That track, just being there, is one of the coolest perspectives in the world. Like, it is straight up, if you want that immediate you walk in wow factor, I would put Bristol over Daytona any day. It is
kidding.
just that walk-in wow factor. You can't beat it.
I've talked to people and they said basically if you have a mountain and then you just scoop out the center of it, that is Bristol. And I want to experience it. And they said the sound, the way it reverberates up through the stands and out of the track,
it's so loud. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've been told that it is a whole different experience. It's almost religious, and it's like, man, I want to experience this.
I know, we got to make that happen, and which we'll talk about later. But
anyway,
there's at least a chance that Cup might be getting better this season, but we'll talk about that later. It's old news at this point, but we're 3 weeks behind. So
that's fair.
Michigan, I thought was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I think you celebrate what this car does well, and it's like 4 tracks, but
yeah.
Michigan,
basically a mile and a half.
Yeah, and the shame is we just killed another great 2-mile track that it raced really well at, but that's a whole other conversation. RIP Auto Club. Pour one out.
Right.
Pour one out for Auto Club. But no, I thought the race was good. I felt like the drivers had more in their hands. I mean, you saw drivers make legitimate pushes, like drives through the field that we don't see in this car.
Agreed.
Were happening in Michigan. So, like, it was great. Like, I wish... Let's go back and rate Michigan. I'm going to give it a 9.5. Just because it's as high as I can go with a next-gen car.
Fair. I'm going to probably go 7.5. The only reason that I'm kind of a little bit less is... I didn't feel the urgency out of some of the teams. Like, yes, there were some people that were on the move right away. And then there were some teams that were just kind of waiting and biding their time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I guess we'll just talk about it too. I'm trying to stall for David to get here before we go to Mexico, but we're going to go to Mexico real soon because I don't know where he is. I think he might be dead. R.I.P. David.
Hey, does that mean I get the comfy chair next?
Yeah, you might have to slide,
I'm
slide over if he doesn't make it. So what... The strategy I did not get at Michigan was the strategy out of the 77. Mm-hmm. They put him out there knowing he wasn't going to make it on fuel.
Yep.
And I get that they were expecting another caution, which we do typically see.
They said they were going to be like, what, 2-3 laps short?
4.
Oh, see, that's even worse.
4 laps short at a 2-mile track. Like, you don't make that up.
No.
Like, even if they got a caution, he would have been... right on the edge.
Exactly. And who's to say it didn't sputter on the restart?
Right, exactly. And like, he had a fast car. He was a top 3 car all day. Why in the world would you not put your driver in the position to go for the win? Mm-hmm. I just and Byron made the same call. It was so dumb. Like, because Hamlin was on the offensive and he restarted like 5th. Like, it wasn't like he restarted 14th and had to be offensive. He restarted 5th with fresh tires and a full tank of fuel.
Exactly.
Like, there was no loss. I didn't get the call at all. Because,
no, I agree with you. Yeah. And again, as much as I hate to say it, the 5-knuckle shuckle, Dennis Hamlin, he was the car to beat.
He was, and he played it perfectly. Like, he did exactly what he needed to do. Like, he nailed it. So, it was a fuel mileage win that wasn't a fuel mileage win.
Right?
Like,
yeah. That was a perfect synopsis, honestly.
Like, everyone kept calling him a fuel mileage win, and I'm like, well, it wasn't, because he wasn't tight on fuel.
No, if it was a fuel mileage win, that would have been Logano.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. He only wins when there's 47 quick green-white checkered.
Right.
So, you know. Sorry,
Not wrong.
I'm not a Logano fan. Not a Logano fan. So, yeah, Michigan was great. Nashville was mostly great. Some of us feel stronger than the other. Blaney got the dub. So we'll dive into Mexico City, and whenever David walks through the door, he can just grab a mic and start chatting. But we're just going to start the two of us.
Yeah.
So we'll start right at the top. What would you rate the Mexico City? I would even say as a weekend. Like
I was just going to ask: Are we separating the groups, or are we just talking the whole weekend?
I think just because of it being such a big experience, I kind of want to encapsulate it as a weekend.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So for the whole weekend, I will probably give it a solid 8 on that. I mean, the Xfinity cars were top tier. There was a lot of good hard racing, and I like the way that NASCAR kind of let the drivers police themselves if they went offline and had to go, through the grass. They let the guys kind of lift, give up the positions, and then keep racing, which I thought was good. And I definitely think that the racing for the Cup Series was better while it was raining before everything got dry. Speaking of dry.
Speaking of dry. And somebody that I know is going to differ with Kevin on the opinion of the track limits just arrived, and I can't wait to get his opinion. But I'll start. So we are rating the Mexico City weekend as a whole. Hey, there's your keyboard, by the way.
Wasn't mine the wireless one?
No, there is no wireless one. So we are rating the Mexico City weekend as a whole because we're trying to be nice and positive and all those things. Honestly, I think I'm going to give the weekend a 7. A 7 or a 7. I'm going to go 7.
Okay.
Because, and I am not a road course racing fan. I'm just not. It's like 7 is probably as high as you're going to get for me out of a road course. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
If we were on an oval, I think I'd like it better. But I had massive concerns about this weekend. I feel like I was fairly critical going into it, and I think they did a great job.
I think so.
I think as a whole, like there was issues, but there's issues every week.
Can we talk about Montezuma's Revenge getting literally almost everybody in the garage? I mean,
Montezuma's, the heck was that?
Well, basically the white
everyone
folks
pooping themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, half that field was ready to poop their pants yesterday.
Yes, they were.
That is what happens when you have unfiltered water.
Yeah.
Apparently, nobody told them to stick to bottled water in the hotel.
Well, that's what I don't get. How did nobody fix that?
I thought that was a general rule of thumb.
Yeah.
That's what I did too.
Yeah.
I've heard that for years. Don't drink the water in Mexico.
Exactly. No, you don't even get ice in your drinks because the ice is also the water from Mexico.
I bet that's where they got themselves.
That's where they got it.
Well, because Blaney made a comment about it's going to be a miracle if I don't poop my pants in this race, and Gluck asked him afterwards how he did, and Blaney turned around and said, "You tell me." I thought that was pretty funny.
All right. Well,
So what would you rate it? I know you're being thrown in on the spot here.
let's start with one thing.
Oh, boy.
So you're telling me
Please be the rant I'm hoping for.
that if you miss the corner at the Roval by 8 inches, you have to stop. But if you drive through the grass in Mexico,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, I understand that they're into open borders, but this is out of control.
This is open borders at a new level. Even in NASCAR, we're here.
Who was in charge of this race? Joe Biden?
Well, that's
Did Kamala Harris get put in charge? We have no rules.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, and as much as I want to rag on Suarez, he was like the 10th driver to do that Saturday. Like
Listen,
half the freaking field
Time out.
just
Let's
missed
go
that
to
turn.
another step.
We're not even addicts fans.
I was
yet.
an hour
Those
and a
stuff-
half late, and you guys are just now rating the race?
Yes,
Dude,
we were waiting
waited
for you.
so long. We tried. And then even when we started, we stalled. You see how far that little red bar is? We stalled for a while.
Yeah. You didn't really need to do that. I don't feel like talking about NASCAR at this point in my life.
We were just trying to be nice and try to include you.
you did
but
miss out on us talking about RFK and how much you love how Priest is doing good.
I
Yeah.
actually am, you know what? It's fine.
Listen. I admitted that
It's a blue oval in the track,
Yep.
doing well.
I
Owned by
admitted
Brad Keselowski.
We were wrong.
I was wrong.
Yep, we own it.
Turns
and
out
we're
Stuart
happy.
Haas really could not make a race car.
Like they just
That's
suck.
fair.
I
They
mean,
just suck.
Josh Berry won a race this year, and his best finish last year was like 18.
32nd.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think one thing we learned is Stuart Haas should have closed years ago.
Dude, you're not lying.
Years.
You are not lying at all.
Stuart was checked out, and as soon as Stuart checked out, well, everything else.
I think
fell to
Stuart
pieces.
was checked out in 2021. They milked more years than they should have for sure.
Yeah.
So
Overall,
do you think we should go back to Mexico? Oh no, you didn't rate it yet. Sorry,
if you would let me continue my segment.
sorry, I'm ADD.
Slow down, Alex. I would say without the rain, 5.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up.
With the rain, I'm going to think about this because my mind has been 70 other. Like I forgot about NASCAR until like I walked in your
Until
door.
you walked in my
and I was
door,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, I got to talk about NASCAR.
Like, was there a race?
Yeah, I tell you what, I'd give it a 7.5 because for one, SVG just whooped their asses.
Yes,
Oh, he did. And
Just
I'm
like
great
at
with that.
Chicago.
Like straight up, like spanked, and that was leaking from both ends.
Yes, it was. I love the comment talking on the porcelain telephone.
The porcelain telephone. Oh
That's
my
fantastic.
gosh.
That's fantastic.
I just, I think it's funny that we don't have an American winner in the first non-American race.
That is funny. That is really funny. I didn't even think about that. That's good.
Although and we probably haven't covered it yet, but we're talking about the weekend.
Yeah, we tried to like.
Suarez took the race through the grass.
Yeah.
there was
through-
contact.
Contact my ass.
There was contact. He got run into from the back.
There you go, Alex. I just
Appreciate you.
listen. So my niece. So let me just. So my niece, I love her, Sydney. We're at her graduation.
I was wondering why you were there. I was trying to figure that out. I'm
I
like,
was
why is he
also
going to
there.
CCA.
I was like, I've been there. I met her when she was 1. Had to go support. Holy buckets! Graduating class 690.
Holy crap!
I
We
know.
left at the Fs. She was a fry.
Yeah,
Imagine the Zs. I mean, they weren't even a quarter of the way through the room.
dude.
And
I know.
thanks.
Because I texted Ryan about it because he texted something in the morning and I was like, oh, like how'd it go? And he goes, yeah, we're like a third
It's
of the way
going
through.
Yeah, they had one at 1. They had one at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then they had one at 6 o'clock. And it was the
Gosh.
7th one. 7th this week. God bless. I know we're not sporting any other media companies,
Yeah.
AV companies, so I won't talk about them by name.
Hey, it's all right. They're getting paid for it, so they're
paid
fine.
for it.
They're just fine.
He said he bought a camper.
Yes.
So
I
that the
told him he
produ-
should have just bought mine. I'm like, honestly, at this
He
point,
bought
I
way
should've just
bigger
sold
than
you
he
mine.
said he has a 6-person bunkhouse.
Yeah, his is smaller than mine though.
So the
I got to
best
see
part
it.
about the whole day so far was me and
Walking
him
in
were
and seeing us.
Me and him were talking up like at the top of the Giant Center, like right in the walkway. And an usher walks up and he's got like his full like news headset on. He's like, coming at you from the soundboard.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Was it one of his guys?
No, it was like
Oh.
the usher from Hershey Park or from the Giant Center.
Oh, gotcha.
And she's like, you need to move. Oh, are you guys working? And he's like, yes. And I was like,
Sure.
I just stay quiet. I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, okay. And
I
then-
still have some non being disclosed company T-shirts in my drawer. I can give you I could have just given you one. Not
But,
A to B Media T-shirts.
not ADB Media t-shirts. Yeah, no, they it looked fabulous. So the funniest part of the whole thing.
They did a great job. Yeah, it looks
So
good.
my wife's pap is 76, and they had all the movers on like wash through the crowd for the pre-show. And
Oh, nice.
every time he's got some Alzheimer's going on or something,
Old
like some
people
kind
do
of
not
dementia.
like lights hitting them.
Oh my gosh! Every 30 seconds, it's like that jackass starts on me every time. it was like watching an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. Like,
Yes.
you're welcome for throwing in swear words nonstop.
Hopefully, I'm reading that. Is that a 5 or a 9?
I can't see that.
Dude,
far.
my eyesight is trash.
Maybe we should pick a monitor that's not 17 feet away.
I know.
Oh wait,
there's
what
that.
number am I looking at? The one that's moving really quickly?
The bottom left of the ones moving really quickly. Yeah, I don't know.
Left?
28.
See, there's like that little square, and
It was at 28
the
minutes.
top is measures. We don't care about
Yeah,
that
we're
'cause it's not music.
26-12.
Okay, so I had the right number. We're good. Yeah.
That's not an 8. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure that's 26.
Is he correct?
He's correct.
Okay, thank God. All right, we're good. All
My
right.
LASIK eye surgery worked.
Gosh. Wow. You're the one guy that can actually see here. Congratulations.
Apparently, I'm not.
So anyway, we're back to Mexico. I'm glad you brought up the rain because the last stage was the first time we got to see the track truly dry.
Yeah.
And I really didn't think it was that good. Like, if we would have had a whole race of dry, I feel like we would be just pooping all over
Agreed.
it.
I
think the rain saved it.
I see
Agreed.
what you're saying, and I agree with you. However, we are not road course racing fans.
And that's fair. And I'll admit that.
And I did hear that right there at the border that Ricky Stenhouse was waiting at customs. He was like, I will go to jail in Arizona.
That's right. That's right.
oh my gosh.
But I mean, overall, I still liked the racing. Like, I think it was crazy.
It was better than I expected.
When SVG put the gas in, with 12 laps to go or 16 laps to go, somewhere in there, and then beat the field by 15 seconds.
Gone. Freaking gone.
He was in the middle of his burnout before C. Bell even crossed the finish line.
Also, SVG saying, stop telling me to drive slower to his crew chief. Amazing. Amazing.
So I get it.
And the stadium section was killer.
Yes, it was.
That was cool. Like,
That
the
was
cars
cool.
go through the grandstands, kind of. Like, that was pretty dope.
That's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
And I would say it was probably my favorite road course since either A. Which one was that? Which one had the rain that was like where Truex went through somebody?
That was Coda.
Circuit of
Was
the
that
Americas?
Coda?
Yeah, that was first year Coda.
That was great.
That was a poop show.
And
Yes,
then
it
there's
was.
the Turtles in Indy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can see where your alignment with road
speaking
courses
of road
lies.
Did you guys see that Sonoma's coming back?
I didn't know it was gone.
I
Did it?
don't know why it's coming back.
I don't think it ever left.
I think it just was a really bad racing, so we don't watch that
Oh,
week.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think it's ever been gone. I think we just
Really?
hate it. Yeah.
What's
it was gone COVID year.
The
'cause
most-
California's
The most
idiots.
depressing part of the entire weekend was them showing all the road courses coming up.
Oh, I know.
That's fair.
I know.
Oh, miserable. Miserable.
Yeah, well, we got Pocono this weekend, which boring.
Probably
snooze
going to
fest.
suck. It's probably going to suck.
Then Chicagoland. And then what is it after that?
Not Chicago street course.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Chicagoland would be good with this car.
Yeah, sorry,
Honestly, it'd be great with this
Chicago
car.
Street Course. My apologies. Should we just mark that up for SVG already since he won that last year?
No, Bowman won last year.
Yeah.
SVG won 2 years ago. Get your stats right. I'm the
And
statistician
Bowman
here.
finished third yesterday.
Yeah,
so,
Bowman. I mean, and he finished third. Not big. Did you hear what he said in the post race? Because there's actually. Did you
I think
guys
I missed it. Yeah.
Alex,
I
you're
love-
giving us a post race show and you're missing it.
Dude, I love the product that Prime is putting out.
10 out of 10.
There is no, like, if you're looking for a reason to make me want to leave network TV and completely go streaming full time,
Yeah.
Prime has sold me.
the way they're doing NASCAR.
The way they're doing NASCAR right now, I love. And now I know we're kind of still in Mexico. So is there?
You're
you
fine.
don't, you don't
Just
even
go.
have, you
Just
don't even
go.
have
You're
Prime
good.
on here. But like the way I can watch the race on my television and watch Brad's in car on my phone
Yeah.
is probably my favorite thing. All in one, and I can switch. They even had Catherine Legg had an in car.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah, they put Truex's on backwards because that's what he was going the most of the time.
Oh my God.
Which I can't blame him because he was racing around Carson a lot.
Well, and yeah, he got dumped 2 out of the 3 times that he wracked.
Yeah,
so
poor
I can't,
guy. Like,
I can't blame.
And
He got Michael McDowell the one time.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
he did.
it was painful.
It's Prime, and as far as the TV thing, streaming is the future. The cable network model is dying. It's 100% dying. And so the people, the freaking Gen Xers that are whining about it, and it's you got to get over it.
You find anybody that's I have never seen NASCAR, this product being brought to us this well.
It's exactly like they're not missing anything.
No,
Nothing.
The post-race interviews, amazing. The pre-race stuff, better, not gimmicky. You know, it's so much better than what they were doing on Fox. And
Yep.
I like Clint Boyer. I think he's hilarious. I like listening to him. But
I don't think it's like a commentary issue because like the commentary like between
I have no issue with
between
Fox
like
commentary.
Clint and Junior and I don't even know who's the NBC this year. Is it Burton and
Diffie,
Div? Oh, and Div,
and not
yeah.
Letarte because Letarte's
No,
gone.
Letarte's
now.
gone.
Yeah.
He's with. Is Letarte going to TNT?
If I remember correctly, TNT and Prime are the same lineup. It's the same production team. I know that.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have the same well, they're not going to have the same freedoms because it's going to be on network.
Yeah.
But
I love that they're drinking beer and cussing right now on the post race.
oh, it's just like there's nothing better. And then
see their true
another and then another fun note. Junior not having a margarita. He's like, I'll just have my beer.
I did see that. That was good.
He goes, I got beer.
It's like Dale Jr. is everyone's favorite redneck.
Yes.
I don't know. He might be my favorite rich person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next to Donald J. Trump, that is.
He's the poorest rich person, or he acts like the poorest rich person. Like he's like,
down
man.
home.
Yeah.
That's what everybody loves.
He's like, oh yeah, that was like $20. I'm not spending that kind of money.
He looks
I'm
forward to the same things in life that we do.
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%.
Yeah.
No, I'm huge Dale Jr. fan. So,
But yeah, loving what Prime's doing.
Yeah, what
Keep
they're
up
doing.
the good work.
Yeah.
I just hate that we only have one more week with him.
It is depressing.
Now, again, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, so I'm sorry if I am, but it's the same production team as TNT, like identical production team. And I think most of the commentary is the same. There's going to be some little features different because they're on network, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of what we have with Prime, we're also going to have with TNT, which is good. So we have that to look forward to.
Yeah, that's great.
Can't be any worse than Fox.
Dude, the
That's
production.
standard across the internet.
Yeah.
It's a standard. And it's not just us complaining. It's everybody. Even the
CW, it's their first year with NASCAR. They're doing better than Fox did.
Yeah, well, look,
1,000%.
their lineup, though, is outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and again, honestly, if you fix Fox production, I'm probably fine with them. I think that
I don't know. Now that I've seen like
That's true.
I feel like Prime was the Wild West. Like, look what we can do, and you're like, we can do that.
everything else is going to feel like a downgrade now.
Right.
It's
They're like, you want to talk for like everybody? You want to ramble for 20 minutes about something? Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah. Hey, we just decided we're going to have a 2-hour post-race show.
Yeah,
Fox
We're
like,
gonna
didn't
cover-
even interview the second place car half the time. Yeah.
They get the front stretch interview with the winner, and
that's
it's
it.
like,
They wouldn't even follow up with them in victory lane.
God forbid we have like an overtime finish, and then they literally don't even give them that interview. It's like, all right, well, good
Congratulations, Kyle Larson. Here's wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much.
job. Yeah, so I definitely see that being a win.
It's and it's the future. We just need to get over. We need to get over this cable network thing. I know people still bring it up. Look at I don't know if you've seen the numbers. The numbers are exactly the same from a top down perspective. Like when you look at overall viewership, there was no drop off when they went from Fox to Prime.
Well, Prime made
at
it
all.
free.
Yeah, and
Well, I mean, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Well, besides you,
it's literally the cheapest subscription you can get. I'm so
who
sick of
doesn't
hearing
have
people
Amazon
whine.
Prime?
I know.
Where do
It's
you buy
$100 a
your?
year.
What do you not buy things?
I don't buy anything online. I don't trust the internet.
I mean,
don't
this
trust
is true.
putting
I
my
had to
credit card
order
out
his
there.
scanners for him.
It's true. I will have people order stuff online for me, and I will pay you cash.
Which is fine as long as I give him a markup, because then I'm making money on it and we're
Yeah.
good. Because business owner, I need a 30% margin on
I
everything.
was good.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, then I'm good. Listen, I'll buy whatever
told-
you want with a
I
30% margin. Yeah.
I told a customer
You want to buy a car? Got you.
he needed like $3,000 of the wire for a job, and I was like, "Do you want to order that so I don't have to spend? Because I don't want to put money out of pocket, right?" I was like,
I
"Do you
don't
want to
blame
order
you.
that because it's going to save you 26%?" He's
Yeah.
like, "You charge me 26%?" I was like,
Yeah.
"If I buy it, it gets charged 26%."
If I become your freaking bank, you're paying for it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that simple.
It's that simple.
That's welcome to business ownership.
Come at me, baby.
Yeah. You can write the freaking check then.
Yeah, he did.
Listen, I take deposits and I still charge them 30%.
All right,
But that's because I'm a dealer. Yeah.
moving on to one of my favorite topics. Hamlin misses the race after baby boy arrives, and Ryan Truex fills in. I mean, you win 3 races, sure, take one off for your son's birth.
Yeah.
I like it. It was the right move.
Yeah, it
and
was.
I'm glad.
And I couldn't stand the people on the internet. Oh, he shouldn't get a waiver. He should lose pay.
Shut up.
Come
Shut up.
on.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
We don't even like Hamlin here.
We got his
support it.
car
Like,
flipped
give me a
upside
break.
down right
Yeah.
here. And you want to be a dad on Father's Day?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and
Well, and it's not like
people are dumb.
if they're racing in Charlotte, he's going to be there. We're talking about leaving the country
Yeah. Yeah.
the day after your son's born. Your wife's in the or fiance is in the
Yeah.
hospital. Like
It was the right move.
oh, please do
100%.
it.
100%.
Give him the waiver. No penalty. No points
No.
to this. He got. I mean,
Well, he's
lost.
got 3 wins in the bank already.
What did he
so
lose?
he's
40.
already
What did he
gonna
lose?
make it.
40 points.
Yeah. He lost 40 points.
He lost
and
40
he lost
points.
potential playoff points.
Which
which it's a road course, so he would have gotten like maybe one.
Yeah.
Because Hamlin's track record on road courses is
A lot like Brad's.
yeah.
Maybe better than Brad's. It's hard to be worse than Brad. I think Catherine Legg passed him. I don't even know, but something happened. I don't know.
Well, Riley Herbst was out running him, so that tells you what you need to know.
God, I hate that guy too.
We just talked about him before you got here.
Hocevar draws a caution again, and then Rex. Hocevar is just, I'm sorry. The kid's got talent.
Yeah.
He's got speed. Nothing in between his ears.
Nothing.
At all.
At
no.
all.
And he's proud of it.
I'm
like,
sorry. I know. Ricky's like, second time, bro.
And like he was a lap down.
Speaking of
was a lap down.
another part of
Like-
Prime, every other network that re-aired that,
Yeah, I know where you're going.
I can't believe Prime didn't bleep out the F word. They're like, you know what?
Let it fly, baby.
Bezos was like, let's do it.
I love it. And honestly, I don't know what they did
We're
to clean
giving
up
all
the
these
audio.
accolades to Jeff Bezos.
Did you know how clean it was?
Oh, it was clean.
Like, because I watched that video on Twitter before and I was like, you can almost hear him. And then they did it on the broadcast and it sounded like they were like holding a mic right here. They're
compression.
like, yeah.
Well, they
Gate.
said they filtered out a lot of the background noise. They did actually touch
That was
on
impressive. That's some good plug-in work right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. From
I wish we
from
had
a
that
fellow
kind of,
audio waves guy.
I wish we had that kind of talent in our studio.
What? Come again? Their budget's a little higher than ours. We match budget. I'll get you whatever you want, bro.
So we're looking through.
Our budget is whatever I have left over. That's our budget.
So we're looking through, we're talking about, I'm reading through this pamphlet tonight, right? I don't know if you've ever seen 700 names back to back to back to back to back. It is.
Was it the size of the Bible?
It was like, so I'm looking through it, and each one had like the little symbols, like to show what their different accolades are, like if they're like.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was their pronoun.
Honor Society.
No,
versus-
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if they're part, like some of them were like Delta Phi already and all this other things. So I lean into
Does that mean they're gay? What does Delta Phi mean?
I lean into my brother-in-law, he's 22, 3, 4, something.
Oh, so
like that.
he's still fetus.
He's young. I leaned into him and said,
days.
I leaned in and said, yeah, when I graduated high school, I was gonna cum laude.
Listen, that's what they get for coming over that stupid phrase. Like, it's too close.
Oh, I can't take it.
It's like, never mind. We shouldn't talk about it
Nope,
here.
moving
Never mind.
on.
Carry on. Go
Does
on.
Stenhouse wreck Hocevar next week?
I sure as hell hope so.
I think Hocevar better trade in that number 3 truck, because if Stenhouse sees his ass on the side of the road, he's done.
Dude, I hope. I would pay to watch that fight.
I don't think it's gonna be a long fight. I mean, Stenhouse is known to throw a punch when he wants to.
Problem is, Stenhouse is like 4 foot nothing, and Hocevar is like a giant.
Yeah, but
to
he's
him.
built like a brick poop house.
He does, and tall, skinny people go down quicker.
They do, but he has to jump and make contact first. You know,
Did you see him take out Kyle Busch? I'm just
Kyle Busch
saying.
isn't as big as Hocevar is, though.
I know, but
I don't know, man. A swing is a swing is a swing.
yeah, I was
Catch these
hoping.
hands.
I was hoping so. Like the infamous shorts from the All-Star
Oh,
fight.
yes.
Like it's been all over Twitter for the last 3 weeks with this Hocevar incident, and I was so hoping to see a clip of him wearing the shorts outside Hocevar's hauler.
That would have been so good.
And the memes. Oh, the memes have been fantastic this week. They've been so good. Like Twitter has been
On point.
The good side of Twitter has been here this weekend. And I'm appreciating it. The memes are good. So he better and because. Here's the thing, like if you look back through the ages, there's always young kids that drive over their heads, and the veterans have to come in and basically wreck them to establish.
Put them back in their place.
Yeah. And we need that. So honestly, like
self-policing.
Yep, somebody needs
Kind
to
of
wreck
like if you miss
Hocevar
a
next
turn
week.
and have to drive through the grass at Mexico.
What's your name? Daniel Suarez?
Yeah. Gosh. So Stenhouse needs to be the guy.
So here's the deal. If Stenhouse doesn't, if he doesn't do something in the next week and a half,
Then it doesn't matter.
he
It's
is
under.
Alex,
I'll get the
40,
phone out.
31.
Thank you.
He's a baby back bitch if he doesn't do something about it.
You know what's funny? I knew exactly what you were going to say when you were setting it up.
If he's going to wear an American flag with a 47 on the front of it, he's going to have to
brother.
step up. Step it up.
Hashtag do it for Dale.
Quote of the week. Donald J. Trump. There's only one king. He's the king of kings. Lord of lords.
Hey, I'm proud of that.
He said, did you know he said that?
I know. I saw his tweet too. It was really good. He said, I was so glad to see everyone have their no more kings sign because I don't want any more kings. I'm the president. That's fantastic. Sorry, we're not a political podcast.
No. But if we were, we'd be winning.
Yeah.
Ew. Xfinity Series. Suarez surprises and wins on Saturday.
Oh, shoot. I didn't finish these notes. Sorry. This is what you get.
Limits. LOL. I don't think we need to say anything else. Track limits. I can't.
Nobody followed him in turn 3. I think it's turn 3. Nobody followed him all day.
Any turn.
Yeah.
Even in the Cup Series, there were several people that went through the grass, but I do like the way that they self-policed it. You know, they gave the positions back up and let the other people back around them.
Well, but they didn't do it half the time.
Yeah,
I saw people make passes and keep going.
Just
and
go.
Like,
I mean, it's like I see the mud tracks. They didn't stop.
I'm not saying they stopped, but
Well, they didn't slow down either.
Yeah.
No, I think
that's I
think if we're going to give a grade, that'd be an F. I think if we're going to lose it over somebody at the Roval, like I said, being a tire length off the yellow line or the white line or the red line or whatever.
Yeah, with the
and we're
turtles.
like, all right, we're going to put one set of tires stacked in the middle of this corner, and they just got to go around it.
Now, I will say one thing. I want to give some credit. I hate enforcing track limits. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. I think track limits should be self-policing. I think you should make it so if they go off the track, the punishment is more than what NASCAR could do. So I was at least glad we weren't doing that. I think, honestly, all we needed was a few more tire stacks. I think if you could have had more. Like make it a punishment. Like, so with Suarez and Taylor Gray in the Xfinity race,
fill
if
it
you
full
have
of
more tires
stones.
there,
Put stones in there.
He ain't doing it.
Yeah.
He's going to find a way to get back on the track if
Fill it
there's
with
a bunch of
marbles.
tires there. I agree. All of the above.
Suarez hit enough tires on
Jeez.
on Friday.
Self-enforcing track limits.
Yeah.
Big fan. And I know there was more in the Xfinity race. I'm sorry. I built all these notes really quick. It is what it is. But Sammy Smith did hit probably every single car in the field on Saturday.
Just about.
He was also in the grass a lot.
Gosh, I'm so sick of seeing him drive the number 8. It's like, it's an embarrassment. Like, Junior should just swap somebody. I don't care. Any other driver in that team
Now,
should be in the 8 car.
take Sammy Smith over Brandon Jones?
Oh.
Because I know you weren't a fan of him either.
I'm still working on that answer.
I don't think there's a reason to degrade ourselves when we could just look for better.
That's fair.
Bad is bad is bad is bad, right? So why don't we find, like, we have, maybe we have 5 good drivers, 6 might be too many. Just maybe cut one of the cars out.
Yeah. Or like a Ryan Sieg. Like a Ryan Sieg in the 8, I'd be good with that.
Okay.
Like somebody that I feel like deserves the 8.
Mm-hmm.
I did what has Sammy Smith done at JRM?
He won at the Rock.
He incumbent won at the Rock.
Were we there for that?
We were there for that.
We were there for that.
Well, now when we were there, Jesse Love won the race, but as we were driving up Route 1, apparently.
Yeah.
I think it was Route 1. I don't know. I was sleeping.
How long ago was that?
Too long.
I think it was the last time we podcasted.
Pretty much.
You know what's funny? As you were talking, I was looking behind you at the sign. The last time we podcasted was after the All-Star race, because that was an All-Star joke.
No, that's a Brian Priest reference.
That's bad. Do you realize how much has happened between the All-Star race and today?
It's been a lot.
There could be a lot we talk about. We're not going to, but there's a lot we could.
We should talk about how Daniel Suarez wrecked the 12 in the Coke 600. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, that's true, too.
What a tool. Guy still ticks me off. I had one weekend I didn't hate him, though. I thought he deserved...
What was the big news we got? I thought there was some big news last week, 2 weeks ago.
I got some... we can skip IndyCar.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not even talking about IndyCar. It's the worst sport.
Good.
That's like...
Hey, I will say, I'll just hit it for 30 seconds. Last night was probably their best race of the year.
Okay, that was a great segment. Ram, that was
a low mark to hit.
The Rams are back in the Truck Series, and I just want to point out that Mitch is not here because he's too busy in his racing league. So we're not even going to talk about it.
So we had Ram Trucks and Ryan Truex in tonight's show sheet, and Mitch bailed.
Yeah.
Like, this is his episode.
Yeah.
And we talked about Prime, which features Corey LaJoy.
What's going to happen? Mitch came back the very next day. Oh, the Mitch came back. NASCAR wins injunction against 2311 and FRM.
So what this means?
What does that mean, Alex?
So what?
Let me ask the question before you answer it. Alex, what does that mean?
I just knew where you were going. We were so on the same wavelength. So
glad somebody is.
There was 2 different lawsuits filed. There was one against the monopoly and the charter as a whole. there was a second injunction filed that basically said while this lawsuit's going on, they can race as charter drivers. And the idea is just to save... The idea is basically to save the teams from losing all this money while the lawsuit's going on, because obviously them being unchartered, they lose a lot, like millions and millions of dollars they're losing. So anyway, this injunction was just basically...
Are they currently unchartered?
They are now, as of last week. So which raises another question that I don't even know the answer to, but FRM and 20... What?
Nope, go ahead.
Thanks. FRM and 2311, I hate you so much. FRM and 2311 both bought charters from SHR. So if they lose their charters, what happens to them? Are they gone forever? Do they go back to Gene Haas? Does he suddenly own them again? Has money already exchanged hands and it's just gone? Because we're talking about like $70 million.
Well,
like this is a
don't they go in like escrow or something like that?
That's what I don't know. Like what...
Is this the excuse that Michael Jordan needs to step back? Because he's had racing teams before. He had a motorcycle drag team for a while, and as soon as it wasn't making money, he pulled the plug on it.
I mean, if they lose everything, including the money they spent on the charter, I mean, we're talking about probably an $80 million loss 2311 is going to take. Like, I'm just spitballing. Obviously, I don't have their P&L in front of me, but like,
I think he's passionate enough about the sport that, I mean, so we're talking about less than a year of his Nike deal that he's had for the last 40 years.
Fair.
And Denny's writing half the check too. So,
well, but Michael Jordan has made it very well known he does not like losing money, and he's not afraid to pull out of something that's a losing venture.
Well, and he's also been very vocal about how he feels about this issue, which I think is good. And it sucks because I don't know what ground they have to stand on, because no one's forcing you to compete in NASCAR, and that's the hard part. Because I think the people running NASCAR are a bunch of a-holes the way they handled this. I really do.
$3.5 billion.
Yeah.
That's his net worth. So if he is, and it appears to me that he is here for the love of the sport.
And they have other ways of making up that a little bit. Obviously, their merch sales are probably higher than most people because they're selling like
not only that,
Jordan
if
theme
they're
stuff.
If they're not in the charter, they're not paying NASCAR's any either. I don't think.
Right. I think that gets all their licensing in-house, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I know that was part of their issue with the charter agreement is NASCAR was taking like 80% of the licensing money or something. Like it was huge.
Do you remember
That's crazy.
the time back in the rock and roll days when we were playing with who's that cover band? Not the cover band, but
see, we did like 8 million shows with Saliva, I feel like.
Annie, are you okay? You okay, Ad?
Oh, Alien Ant Farm?
Alien Ant Farm, thank you.
Yeah, the one-hit wonder that was a cover.
So remember the year we were playing with them and they didn't play? It was them and Head PE and us. And
gosh, I don't even know if I remember that.
So Sean, our old drummer, killer drummer.
Right.
His wife was talking to the guys from Alien Ant Farm, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll give you a free T-shirt. Or here, we want a T-shirt." And the promoter at the bar was like, "You can't give away free T-shirts because we take percentage of your sales."
I do remember this.
And they're like,
wasn't this at the club that's now closed in Lancaster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very lizardy. And they were like, "You're not getting any of our money." And they're like, "Well, then you're not playing." They straight up loaded their stuff back in the bus.
Did. I remember this now.
And then
I remember this.
At the end,
Dang.
so they tell Head PE comes up at the end of their set and they're like, "Yeah, so they're not coming out." And they told everybody if they want to go party, they're at the Village. They literally went to the bar.
Is another venue down the street.
2 blocks down the street. We're
Yeah.
like, if you want to come party with us, come there, leave here.
No kidding.
Yeah. And so we were like, wow, that was strange because we opened for a band that didn't play.
Didn't play. Which honestly, good for them, because if I remember correctly, it was not in the contract. The venue tried to spring it on them.
Yeah, it was last minute.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, they said, well, obviously we wouldn't have come play here.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
anyway.
that was an iconic location, but yeah, doing shafty stuff like that, no wonder they closed up.
And from what I understand, management there just sucked. Like it was so bad.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
so bad. So hey, they're closed for a reason.
I
so.
don't miss the Rock Band days. Now I'm in original. Let me
I
rephrase
don't,
that.
yeah.
Original Rock Band days. Now I have clubs coming at me for my cover band. They're like, hey, can you please come play?
I don't miss getting home at 3 a.m. after making $50.
You made $50. Oh, that's right.
You lost $50.
You're the
I
only-
made $50.
I paid him $50.
Yeah, exactly. Sean paid me to come.
Sean did.
And I gave him a deal, but it was like, all right, I need to at least make something.
I need to make something. I need to make gas money.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because I had to drive the freaking truck all the time because no one else wanted to drive the truck. So it's like, all right, you're at least paying me to drive your stupid truck around. Is what, yeah. Gosh. So it was so much fun. Like, I loved being a tech for One Echo One because I legit enjoyed it, but I hated it at the same time.
Hated it.
Yeah. Like, there was... I just remember when Jeremy was driving the RV at like 127 mile an hour.
Down 81.
Gosh. I woke up and thought we were going to die. I was like, well, I've lived a full life.
Yeah. I literally woke up.
I'm like accepting it. I'm
so
like,
we were in the bedroom. We had the bedroom to ourselves.
That's right.
And I remember waking up, hearing the concrete fly by me, thinking, are we in the air?
We might be.
Yeah. Also, a big shout out to my man Kevin for showing up at my house the other day while everybody was napping and waking everybody in the block up with his GT 500.
My man.
I mean,
wow.
Hey, did you speak to the gray hair next door?
She did not say anything about it.
No kidding, because she was mean mugging me hard. Either that or she was thinking she wanted to give me a gummer. I'm not sure which.
She probably
Honestly,
has a lot
with
of
her,
money in her IRA. I would have thought about it.
She definitely does.
Yeah.
So
listen, you're single. I would at least consider it. Okay.
See, listen. Last
Don't
time,
say no.
So Alex often comes to my house to dump his camper.
Okay.
It's a very easy location to get rid of the waste.
Thank God it hasn't moved in 18 months, so we haven't had to. But
last time he was up there, she comes outside and goes, "Hey, I just made a bunch of crumb cake pie." So she brought us out a slice of apple, peach, and like cherry crumb pie. Like, oh,
dang.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what?
This is what you get.
I was
No,
gonna say,
she's gonna remember you now.
I was gonna say, set me up. I just won't bring that car back around.
She's like, I love.
bring the Edge. That's more her style.
Bring the Taurus.
That's great.
I'll let you borrow my Flex. It might be even more her size. I don't know.
I was just trying to announce my presence, so you knew I had shown up. That's all.
Hey, I say just go after that 401k, bro.
Right?
Just do it.
Get that retirement.
Yeah. So next on the news, this is kind of fun. So Matt Tifft is bringing back Mansfield Speedway. If nobody knows, Mansfield Speedway is a track in Ohio. It became a dirt track. It was an asphalt track. And then somebody bought it, started tearing it down, and then the financing fell through. So they literally tore down turns 3 and 4, but the rest of the track is as is. So it's been sitting abandoned. Matt Tifft got it, and the plan is to reopen it. Obviously, I mean, it's going to take...
Yeah,
it needs love. It's going to take some money.
Good on Matt Tifft. Just saying.
No, it's cool, and they already broke ground. Like they're having at it. So, and don't forget, Matt Tifft was along with BJ McLeod with Live Loud or Loud, whatever they were, that got like 45 mil for that charter last year.
Nice.
So I'm assuming the sale of that charter is probably what's financing this project. So, all that to say, he's got some money behind it.
Nice. Well, again, I'm all for saving any and all tracks because once they go away, they don't come back.
Yeah. So it's coming back as a dirt track first, and basically they're going to see how it goes, and then that will make the decision for asphalt or not because it's already dirt, so it's the easiest to bring it back as dirt.
Yep. All about it.
That's the only thing. Do you want to take it over again, David?
Rumor has it, which I'm so tired of hearing this line. I feel like we say this every other month. Like every 2 podcast
This
episodes.
is like the we're bringing another manufacturer into the Cup Series line. Yeah.
Rumor has it that there's a bigger motor, potentially 750 horsepower this year, which is still 250 less than a sprint car.
That's the truth.
Moving
on.
Factual.
I'm so tired of motor and power and
I'll take whatever we can get. It should be more.
Less downforce, more motor, blah, 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 blah. Less tire on the ground. Well, I want you to make them skinnier and do something. I don't know. Make the racing better.
Rip the aero crap off. Just
less
do
downforce.
The good news is
less grippy.
Yeah. Hopefully after Trump's done being president of the country, since he can't run again, he can maybe take over NASCAR.
He's got my vote. See you, Steves.
If you haven't seen the Earnhardt documentary, which I have not,
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I literally haven't had time.
So, legit.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
You will.
What the hell have you not had time? You got no kids. You got no wife. Make time.
He's about to have a wife next time he goes over to your house.
Yeah, I'm going to start making it a weekly stop to come over to your house.
Come on over.
Get that apple crumb pie, baby.
Right?
And not a
Hell
euphemism,
yeah,
like
sign
an
me up.
actual apple crumb pie. No, the documentary, straight, like Kevin and I were talking about it before we started. If anyone hasn't seen it, absolute 10 out of 10.
I believe
footage that they found, insane. Like, they have more footage than I knew even existed. The interviews are so candid, so real. You will tear up at the end, 100%. Like, you will tear up in the last 2 episodes.
Does Dale die at the end?
I'm not going to ruin the ending.
I'm sorry.
Like,
It's an abrupt ending.
Okay, I feel bad for laughing at that one.
If I had to guess 2001 Daytona.
Moving on.
Alrighty then. Chilling on a dirt road segment. Special Edkin, Johnny the Red Rocket Edkin, wins at Babs to tie Kenny with 1 win on the year.
Wait, is Kenny only won once?
He's only won once, and you know it.
Of course, they probably only ran like 3 races this year. Freaking
fair.
rains every Saturday.
Now, I will say that
It also rains during the week, too.
yeah.
Kenny-
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Pennsylvania.
yeah, Kenny wolfed a motor, and then Johnny went on to win. So at least they kept it in house.
I thought the only thing he blew was you.
Well, we don't talk about that.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
That's only on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays after the tires are done.
Yeah, I haven't been doing the tires, so somebody else must be getting that attention. Jeez.
He's looking at David's neighbors when he's looking at it.
The whole
them
new
dentures out,
definition
girl.
to a rim job.
Pop them dentures out, girl.
Pop those dentures out, girl. There's our episode title. Pop those dentures out, girl.
Pop them dentures out.
Race of the weekend. The best race of the weekend would probably be the race all the drivers had to the Porta John after the race. God, where's there so many buttons in this fire suit? Yeah, we have to start.
David wins that one. That was good. I did not see that one coming. Oh, crap.
The biggest alteration we need to make for next time they go to Mexico,
flaps.
they got to put butt flaps in the fire suits. Butt flaps in the fire suits.
I can't even answer seriously after that. That's it. That's the win. Like,
So good.
yeah. I'll pull up our picks real quick while you're.
Who won this week?
Dude.
That would be you, sir.
I did pick him after he won the poll, but I was going to pick him before he won the poll. I just didn't think to send it to you.
Hey,
till
you
after he won
picked
the
it
poll.
before the race. Any more, that's a win. Because we
That's a
went
win.
3 weeks without picking at all. So I just put a big black square over the pick sheet.
Oh.
Because we kind of forgot. So, and honestly, our picks probably would have sucked that way.
And honestly,
Worth-
not bad picks. Gibbs, great car. Allmendinger actually was a little underperforming.
I was shocked. I was really shocked because they've done
Where did he
decently
finish?
well.
15th-ish?
I feel like he was 11th or no, Blaney was 11th. So he was like 13th or 14th. Yeah.
He ran in like mid-pack, right? Well, like top 15 all day.
Very sub.
Yeah.
Very
Suarez was
sub.
top 10 all day until that late caution came out. And
Nah, he was
Caught
right
him.
there with Dinger the whole time.
I think he was only up there on strategy, if I remember correctly. Like, I think they just didn't pit.
How about, did we talk about this Cindric Buescher strategy to not put rain tires on?
What were they thinking?
why?
I have no idea.
And then Cindric, like
Stayed out.
He didn't pit until halfway through.
he got a mulligan because
worked.
there was an opportunity when everybody had
Yes.
to pit, and he still didn't come in. And they're like, "Oh, we got this strategy worked out." So they like fell to 18, so they didn't have track position and they didn't have the right tires on the car. I'm
that,
like,
that bonehead move the
what
weekend.
is that? What are they smoking?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well,
Can I have
in
some?
Mexico, it must be legal.
The good
Cartels
guy.
brought it right
That
up
was
to
the
him.
cartel ganj.
So props to David because we've given you a lot of crap on this. You are now number 2 in the pick standings
Out of
Nice.
3. Out of 4.
out of 4. The sad part is Mitch is actually doing respectfully considering the fact that he's picked like 4 weeks.
He's picked 7 weeks. Thank you very much. But moving forward, we are going to the Poconos.
Oh shoot, I don't have a pick ready. It's all right.
I got
We'll
mine
figure
ready.
this out. All right.
Well, I have to go last since I won. So
And-
who is worst?
Kevin was worse, so he gets to go first because Suarez finished like 24th.
So I'm going to go with Bowman the Showman.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
That's right. That's right. I mean, he's been.
I do miss the Kyle Busch Bowman feud.
You miss it?
I miss it.
I mean, I still like the Stenhouse Hocevar feud.
Well, that's still going. That's
Yeah, I
strong.
like it. I'm liking it.
We need more feuds.
But yeah, so Bowman's been slowly getting a little bit better.
I don't know. I kind of touched on it earlier, but
Yeah.
just the fact of him, like, he literally said, I wish I could have hung out in Mexico more. He spent the entire, if he wasn't in a race car, he was in bed.
That's fair. Yeah.
So are you sure you want to pick him?
I'm still taking him.
He's
historically done pretty good at Pocono.
He is. He has. Spit it out, Alex. Do you know who
I'm
races?
next. I am next. Sorry. Chastain. Ross Chastain. So I'm rolling with.
Okay.
Doing the things. Hopefully Blaney goes back to whack.
Going for a Hail Melon.
Gosh, hopefully Blaney goes back to back on Pocono, wins and gets it done. Nice. But should we, Pocono is only an hour and a half away. So it feels like the easiest race for us to go to, but I just don't care. Should we go?
I've been to Pocono. You can't see there other than what's right in front of you.
I've never been to Pocono.
Pocono sucks. It's better watching it home on the couch.
I was told by a very good friend of mine that if I go to Pocono, it's to camp and party.
Pretty much. That's the truth.
I'm not really into camping and partying right now.
Yeah, we're old. We don't do that.
No, honestly, Pocono sucks. I've been there.
Of a party is like I don't even know what my idea of a party is anymore.
I fell asleep at 9 o'clock last night.
Are you kidding? Your idea of a party is like our Martinsville weekend or our Rockingham weekend. Let's be honest.
That is a party.
That was fun.
Very
Rockingham was a great
lame.
Time. Yeah. Next time we do a trip together, we're getting 2 hotel rooms.
My wife.
I
know I got a couple
Alex
of messages.
and I are rooming together.
Yeah.
What?
What?
And I'm getting AirPod Pros before we go too. So if any of y'all are snoring, we are covered.
I take offense to that.
Sorry. Did you pick for Pocono?
I did not pick. I am going to pick.
It's starting to get hard. Like we're starting to get to the point of the season where there's a lot of.
I got a ringer.
Who do you got? Hit me. Who do you got?
Going with number 9, Chase Elliott.
Wow.
He's been looking better lately. He's been looking better.
Been sneaky.
He's sneaky fast.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Very, very sneaky. I didn't look, so I have not looked at anything. I don't even know where the NASCAR app is on my phone anymore. Didn't bring my tablet.
Oh, we're already done. Look at that. That's the bottom of the list. It's the bottom of the list.
Picks for, what does that say? For
no.
Oh, the cursor was in the middle of it, and I thought it was part of the, I was like, what kind of French shit are you doing here?
Pocono. One more sensor.
Yeah, Chase is in 4th position.
Dang.
In the point standings.
Sneaky fast.
He's consistent.
Sneaky.
He's been very consistent.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to see.
Yeah. So Pocono's coming up.
Win.
The Tricky Triangle.
The Tricky Triangle. Matt from Here for the Speed's favorite track.
It is.
Shout out, Matt.
A fellow Keselowski fan.
Local, not local to here, but local Keselowski fan.
A local Keselowski fan on the internet.
Yeah.
On the line.
As all his fans say. All his only fans.
Oh, his only fans. Would that be us? His only fans?
Yeah. I'll take it. Good. We're probably the only ones. He was nice. He let me be on their podcast, so that was very nice of him.
Well, he let me be on their podcast too.
He did. That was very. I was in there. Dude, their studio looks really good.
I
did a really nice job.
It wasn't finished last time I was down.
We have nicer cameras. They have a nicer studio, for sure.
Well, I mean, he's a general contractor.
I know, and apparently more time than we do.
He doesn't work for himself.
Yeah, well, that's the deal. That's the big. Like when he leaves at 5 o'clock, he's done.
Done.
Yeah, I come home and build quotes until 10:30 at night.
Yes.
Perks of being your own boss.
Gosh,
it sucks.
And today I was balancing quotes and a screaming child who was teething. So,
happy Father's Day.
Yeah, this is my first Father's Day. This is pretty exciting.
It was.
Congratulations.
I said that in my text to you.
You did. I was very honored.
First Father's Day.
I know. You're like, what, 10 years in now?
11.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You are old as frick.
Holy buckets.
Gosh. You're basically dead.
And you have 2 girls. Good luck to you.
Yeah, we're talking about Bush administration here. Not quite.
Wait, oh, yeah.
No, we're talking
right.
Obama, I think.
What a tool. What a tool. Freaking screwed up everything.
He's pretty much the Antichrist.
Such a piece of crap.
But that pretty much wraps up this week's episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing up, David.
Hey, I do
We
my best.
appreciate you.
Glad you made it. My closing advice this week, do not leave a trailer parked in Riverview, Florida. In case anyone's down in that area, I do not recommend leaving a trailer in the Lowe's parking lot there.
Padlocks only keep honest people out.
That's my final thought for the week.
Padlocks only keep honest people out. I'll take it.
Never mind. I caught myself. We're good. I was about to say something I'd have to censor myself on. So
when we're off there, I got to tell you something funny.
okay, I thought you were okay. It's a really good one then. You can't share. Yeah.
So
that's my only final thought. Go 12.
Pop those dentures out, girl.
Have a wonderful week.